really mind. It didn't bother me as long as it's not like lung cancer or anything like that. I didn't really care. It was, well, I cared, but it was like those things, other things, I probably just figure itself out. I probably just gotta take the fucking medicine they gave me. But I told the job and everything, but they said that it was too bad for them, and it just looked like it was more serious than what it was. So they still gonna have me out for a couple of days. I was in there for 3 days, so I was hoping that the hospital would have figured something out, but they said they didn't see anything. I don't know if it's that new strain or whatever is going around, but I mean, it is what it is. I don't I don't feel too bad now, so the medicine probably starting to work. But like I said, they won't let me go back for at least another week, which is cool. I guess I could just pump out a good amount of videos and like catch up on stuff. But I mean, that is whatever it's gonna be. Right now, we finna worry about the actual tier list. So I know, like, y'all know me, I can literally talk about like whatever and like make the shit like 2 hours long or whatever. With this, I'm gonna try to keep it simple and like just leave my explanations into where I put certain people or groups or whatever. Like keep it short and like keep it sweet, just so, because it's like it's not too much over explanation. It's just like either you like it or not, say why you don't like it, and that's it. It's not like you have to go into this big grandiose story or explain like your reasoning, bro. It's not that deep, you know. It's just music. But I will explain the little, like, the tiers a little bit more. I would say when I'm making this, don't like harp too much on like the little words afterwards, because the words don't like apply to every group like as rigorous as some of them do. Like the ones I do put in C, like though, like the special potential part, that does apply to them like specifically. But like some groups down here I got, well, I didn't make the list, so I probably could add the third gen groups too, since I don't really know that many groups anyway. So I could probably add them in. Yeah, it's no boy groups either. It's just girl. Yeah, so I can add the boy groups too. But like a couple of groups would be in the B or A or like I said C. But like I'll just explain when we get to them, so it's not nothing too crazy. So I don't know who 3i is. Espa, I want to put them in B. Like the only songs I really like from Espa are the title tracks, but there are a couple of the B-sides that I fuck with. But the B-sides that's kind of forgettable for me and I don't really like are the ones where they're mostly singing. Like, let me see if I can pull up like one of the albums or whatever real quick. But no, like basically I'm just saying is that I'm more so with Espa. I'm really just here for the like the more upbeat like hip hop. I don't really know what the sound is. I don't know if it's EDM or electric or whatever, but like, you know, like the illusion, the girls, the dramas, the Armageddon. I'm here for that type of sound. I don't really care too much for the like I'm unhappy type sound. Till we meet again. Like those are cool. They is what they are, but like it's just not nothing that I would personally go and look to. Like those are kind of forgettable tracks to me. I don't mind their vocals. Their vocals are and all that aren't bad or anything like that. It's just that those songs are kind of boring. It just doesn't leave a strong impression on me. Don't know Aqua. Don't know Arias. I don't know Artemis. I think Artemis is part of the Luna thing, so I'll move them closer to the front just because I am finna start looking at Luna pretty soon. But for right now, I don't know about them. BabyMonster. Now that I'm actually, I guess I didn't say it on video, but when I was in the hospital for like the last 3 days or whatever, I was already planning on doing this tier list like this. So I all the groups I already know and like the songs I already know from them, I just like that whole time I was just listening to the music so I can see if I still felt the way about some of these groups as I did when I first heard them compared to now and all of that, just so I can make sure like see what my taste and everything is now. But as of right now, BabyMonster's music isn't nothing too crazy. Like the more I listen to it and go back to it, I don't know if it's the YG sound, but like their songs are just kind of like boring and kind of empty sounding to me. They got good, like the thing is with them, the only reason I put them C is because it's safe music. Like they're not trying to do anything too crazy. It's not like too experimental, which groups don't have to be experimental, but they don't have anything like crazy happening or like nothing in the song that kind of makes them stand out besides their vocals. But the thing is, the vocals and like the raps and all that can only carry them so far before like the shit just get kind of repetitive. It just doesn't leave a lasting imprint. So, and like if at least for me, it doesn't seem like they really have a sound for sure. And if their sound is like what I'm guessing, which is like sassy, confident, but on like a kind of a boring beat, I'm not really fucking with it. I think the only song I really like from them, I can say for sure that listening back and I still fuck with, is Drip. I think Drip, if they start doing more songs like Drip and Billionaire and like keep it in that realm, I would fuck with it. But other than that, a lot of their songs are kind of boring and empty to me. This has nothing to do with like all of this thing, all of these groups I'm finna talk about. It has nothing to do with the girls' talents, because we know if this was based on vocals, like Rami, Ayan, and them, like they would move the group up more. But it's literally just, I don't know if it's like the YG sound, the song structure, whatever. The songs themselves just aren't that appealing or like that memorable to me. I want to say I have Drip being the best thing that they dropped so far. Then probably Billionaire. Then right after that, it'll probably be something like Forever. But then again, like the songs, like those songs right there leave a strong impression. Everything else doesn't. It has nothing to do with the girls' vocals or like their ability. It's literally just the songs themselves are just fucking ass. Like just ass production wise. Bad Villain. Their songs are kind of forgettable. Anything past I would say anything. Well, they don't have enough music. Actually, they only have fucking, how many songs do they even have? Like they don't even have that much music. I would say the only songs from Bad Villain that actually left a strong impression now that I'm looking back is the actual Bad Villain song. And I think it's just because they got that little violin and like that whole sound I'm really fucking with. But other than that, they don't even have they only have fucking 5 songs. So I'm not gonna rank them or put them anywhere up here because like they don't even know what they want to do yet. From what I'm seeing, if they keep doing things that's like, but the actual Bad Villain, like the title track, I'll get with it. But as of right now, the only thing I'm really looking at them for is the raps and like the dancing. But the raps themselves, they don't really do anything too crazy in. But like I said, if they make songs like the Bad Villain title track, it'll be moved up. But then again, Bad Villain is the only song to me that feel like it's like it was a thorough, like fleshed out song. To at least from like what they released so far. Zoom was pretty good. It wasn't bad, but it still was nothing like memorable that would stay in my head. Don't know anything about Billy. Don't know anything about Swan. Bugaboo, no. Bandit, Cherry Bullet, Signature. Put them up here for Bill. Nah. I don't know anything about Signature. Classy, I haven't done Classy yet. But I'm moving to a friend because I am doing them pretty soon. Don't know CSR. I don't know Dream. I thought I said Dreamcatcher at first. Okay, I don't think Dream. Yeah. Is Dreamcatcher not 4th gen? Is Dreamcatcher 3rd gen? It's alphabetical order. Okay, I guess they are. So I got to go back and put them on here too. It was up when they first dropped the EP or whatever the fuck it was. The songs was cool when I first heard them, but looking back at them, it's not nothing too crazy. I'll just put it in not my taste. The only reason I don't have like a tier that says like stop making music or anything like that, because I don't think there's no group that really makes music I would be like just stop making music. Like there's no group out there that's put out songs that is like so ass that like my ears are bleeding. It's not to that point. If anything, it just isn't my taste and isn't for me. If there is a group out there that's put out any like a group that could have made some trash shit, could be any of these groups that I will put in the don't know category. But other than that, every group that I listen to so far has decent music. It's just, well, like I said, I'll just explain more as we keep going down the list. Everglow, I only know 2 songs from, and First, and I think I only know First, actually, now that I think about it. Let me see. Everglow, yeah, First is literally the only song I know from them. I think I tried to listen to other songs by them, like Slay and all, Make Me Feel Go, oh my God. There was nothing too crazy, but I still don't know enough to really put them anywhere. I don't think like they have any other songs that sounded like First, because I think I tried to look it up on Reddit before too, like more Everglow songs that sound like that, because I didn't feel like going through their entire discography and hearing bullshit. And they said like First, from what I seen, was like the only one that sounded like that. So it's like I'm not gonna dive deeper into them past that. Don't know Fanatics, 50/50. I only know them from what's the fucking Cupid song. That's the only thing I know from them. So I just I don't know them though. Like I heard one song, I wouldn't put them in Not Enough. Not Enough would be from groups where I only know like like 4 or 5 songs or like 3 songs or some shit. I literally only know 1 song from them, so I can't even rate them because I don't know them. From His 9, haven't heard enough from them yet. I'm liking what I'm hearing from right now. What I'm hearing from His 9, if they keep doing what they doing, and I haven't hit the Holy Trinity B-sides that people was talking about. I haven't hit the full albums or anything like that. But if any of their albums, like I know people was saying that the last song I heard from them from the music video, the one where they was like doing a lot of shit with like Adobe edits and like Adobe Premiere, and they was doing a lot of Photoshop shit. If a lot of the songs sound like that as like time goes on and like the newest shit sounds like that, then I'm pretty sure I probably will put them probably like low A, high B. But as of right now, I don't know enough. And from the songs I have heard, they don't sound terrible. So I want to put them low key in C maybe. Cause even the songs I've heard was nothing too crazy. It was nothing like oh, it's gonna stick in my head. It's not. I haven't heard anything like it's like an instant add to the playlist yet. But like I said, I've only heard like 5 or 6 songs, maybe like 6 or 7 probably. But they're probably going not enough music or I haven't heard enough. Idol literally has dropped. I would say the only period from Idol music that I've heard that I didn't really care for or like was. Which song was that? Oh, which album I should say. Or EP, whatever the fuck it would be called. I think it was an EP. The only EP that they dropped I didn't really like, it's like some of the songs were from, is the I Made and the I Am EPs. Those 2 are the only ones that had songs on there that I didn't really fuck with. Everything else from like I Feel, the I Love, I Do, Heat, Wife. I haven't heard the I Sway EP yet. And plus their album that they dropped 2, damn near every song on 2 is a fucking is a hit to me. I Never Die with Tomboy, Never Stop, Villain Dies, Polaroid. Yeah, like they literally to me have not dropped anything that was terrible. Besides, like I said, those couple of 2 like EPs that didn't really have shit on it for me. They have enough hits to like make up for it. I would just say those were like the midpoints for them. Got the Beat. It was, I think, when I first heard them, it was more so just the fact that the group had people in the groups that I like. So they had Karina and Winter in it. They had Sogi and Wendy in it. And I don't really know much about Boa and Taeyeon. So I know like a handful of Taeyeon songs, but I don't know enough to really like fanboy or like be hyped that she's in the group. And with Boa, I only know like 2 songs from her. But I want to say I low-key was just hyping up and really into Got the Beat because like the girls that I do know and I fucked with. Now that I actually step back and listen to the music, it was really nothing but just like random noises happening. But the thing is, at times the random noise and everything that was happening doesn't seem too bad. But in the grand scheme of things, if I'm not trying to like isolate the issue to like only listening to it at this time, if it randomly came up on the playlist, would I skip it? 9 times out of 10, I probably would. But they only have 1 No. I'll put them in. It's safe. Like maybe I do need to actually make a tier list. Another one actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Never Again. Maybe. I don't know if this would be D. I don't think I will be visiting them if they did anything else again, honestly. Because a lot of this shit did kind of just sound like random, like pots and pans and shit, like clinking to a certain point. And the thing is, like I was saying, like with Espa, I like Savage. I fucked with Savage. And Savage is like a song with like random noises and shit happening. And Sticker is literally one of my favorite NCT songs. Even though I don't know that many, like that is my favorite song from them. And that is literally just, from what I've been seeing from people, that is literally a song with just random shit happening. Like there's no cohesion to it or whatever. But I fucked with it. So it's like Got the Beat should have worked for me in that sense of me just liking random noises and songs at times. But it just did not. I'm really looking back at it. It's only like 2 songs in there I really fucked with, which was, I want to say Step Back and Stamp on It. No, I like Outlaw. I think I like Outlaw. Let me see. At the Beat. Oh no, it was Alter Ego and Step Back. Oh no, it was Alter Ego, Step Back, and Stamp on It. Those were the only 3 songs I would say I will fuck with. If it came on, I'll listen to. But other than that, I don't think I'll be tapping back into them if they dropped anything else. I don't know what this group is. I don't know Haiki and Napia. I don't know them. Hot Issue, don't know. Islet, Their songs are cool, but it's really not my taste at the end of the day. I don't think I really care too much for like that soft, like dreamy sound anymore. Honestly, I can't say that because I know if NewJeans dropped something like going back to like the Oh My God or the Hype Boy era, I would fuck with it. But I just think Isla is just, I don't know, it's just too soft to me. I don't think it's really like up my alley. Like the songs aren't terrible. Like if they came on, I'd listen to it, but it's not anything that I would be like thirsting over to hear an Eyelid song, honestly. But they, like I said, they like the songs that they dropped. Like I would say they all sound good to the ear. It's just really not anything I would go out of my way to really listen to. But if I had to rank them, I'll probably put it in like a C or B because like some of their songs they sound like they can be like beat tracks to like other groups that do like the same kind of soft sound to me at least. At least that it is to me. I think the only thing that really make Eyelid separate from me is just the like they could just make like random sound effects. So they could just say random noise like tick tock tick tock tick tock. Like they could get like an earworm in you, but I don't know if that's enough for me to really put them on anywhere else besides not my taste, honestly. I'll be honest with you. I don't really know how I feel about Ive, honestly. Like their music isn't nothing. Like they have a couple of songs though that's kind of that stands out to me that I for sure remember. But I think the overall sound with Ive is not really for me, honestly. I heard the Ive empathy thing that they dropped, and I did not like any songs on that, like on the EP at all. Now I'm kind of glad I didn't like save it to do a video because I would legit just been sitting here just like stone faced because nothing in the EP really like stood out. It was nothing crazy. I think with Ive, if they were to drop anything that I would fuck with, it would have to be like on the album that had Heya, Ascendio, Ice Queen, Blue Hearts. Like they would have to do that type of sound for me to really be into them. But it's like with Ive, I don't know if it's the concept that they're doing that I don't really fuck with, but it's just something about like the sound that I don't like when they're doing like the slowest singing songs. I don't really fuck with. I think that's what it is with a lot of groups. I don't really care too much for like them singing at times. Like them singing just doesn't. It's just boring to me. I don't know why. But the thing is, well, I don't think they're here actually. Well, we'll see when we, like I said, when we continue, we'll just go more into it. But what I really don't really care too much for the singing songs. The title tracks they put out, besides Empathy, have all been fine to me. Like After Like 11, I Am, Kitsch, Baddie, like they have shit that I fuck with. But I think the overall scheme of them, I'll put them in B. I think they can stay in B. I think they'll probably most likely be on the lower B. Yeah, they'll probably most likely be on the lower B side for me, but I think the softer, I don't know. I don't even want to keep saying softer side, but I think it's just that sound that they're doing I just don't really fuck with. If they would have stayed with the Hey Ya era type shit, they would have definitely been up to probably A, but even me going back to listen to the older things, it wasn't really for me. Eyes one. If we were going from vocal prowess, I'd probably put them up to, if this was a vocal tier list, I'd probably put them in like B and A or A. But overall, it's the songs that they were doing just weren't for me. It was just a lot of the stuff I'm probably gonna say is not my taste. Is a lot of the softer songs, honestly. ITZY, I'll probably put them in like mid B. Going back and listening to everything, every title track that they put out, even Sneakers, I've been fucking with. But once it gets to like the B sides, that's like in the middle of the album, like towards the end, it just was kind of they were forgettable. It was nothing really memorable. I think the only album they dropped where it was like the B-sides was good would be probably the Born to Be album where they had the solos and everything on it. And I want to say the Mafia in the Morning because I'm pretty sure that one had, I want to say that one had the one, like the group of songs I really fucked with when they was playing like back to back. Let me see. Yeah, like the Checkmate B-sides, it was nothing too crazy for me to go over. The Gold album they just dropped, Imaginary Friend on the Gold album was the only one I really fucked with. And then I guess I can't count the final versions of the songs from Born to Be with Leah added. I'll count that since like I don't really know. It's kind of weird with me having to like rank those since it's like it's still essentially the same song. But the Crazy in Love one, you got like I don't know. it's a lot of the stuff they have here that's just kind of forgettable. That's nothing too memorable. But when it comes to like their title tracks, I fuck with heavy though. That's the thing. And their Japanese releases is damn near untouchable to me. Yeah, guess who? They got Kidding Me, Wild Wild West, Shoot Tennis. Yeah, Sorry Not Sorry. That whole thing right there that whole album right there had the B-sides that everything slapped to me. So I would put ITZY and they're probably in the middle. They're a lot closer to A than going down to C for me at least. Cat's Eye, don't know much about them. I heard the little debut song that they played whenever I watched what's that shit called? The Dream Academy, and when I watched the Weekly Idol, I heard a little taste of it and I was fucking with it, but I don't know much outside of that. So I would just put them in the don't know since the don't know towards the front since I am going to be getting to them pretty soon. Is this League of Legends characters? Oh, this might be one of those like AI augmented reality type things. Yeah, I don't know what KDA is. Kepler, don't know much about them, but I do know that there's some members here that people are upset. I don't I don't know if it's true or not, but people are saying like Kepler is like Luna in a way, where it's like they have the talent, but the group the company just didn't take care of them the right way. But like I don't know much about them. Kiss of Life to me has not dropped a bad song yet. Now they dropped some mid songs. Now granted, I haven't heard the Rim album yet. The only songs I heard from that was Igloo and Get Loud. But other than that, even with everything I have heard, everything has been hidden. They have not dropped anything shitty as of right now, from what I've heard. I think the only two mid songs I know from them will probably be Gentleman and whatever song TTG was. I think that was on the Born to Be X album, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, TTG and Say It. And Gentleman. Those were Gentleman is cool. I can vibe with Gentleman. I'll let that slide. But TTG and Say It are the only two bad songs I can say Kiss of Life has dropped for me. Everything else has been cool. The concept and everything they doing is nice. I fuck with it. They're embracing, bro. I think that's the good thing about they being a group of minors, because you can pull off and do certain concepts and actually have it flow and not feel kind of cringy or wrong with looking at it. Yeah, Bale Hanul, like that group is it. That group is it, bro. The Seraphim, I will probably put them in A. Would I put them in A? Let me see. I probably will lean towards more A than B. If anything, if they were to be anything, it probably would be on the. No, yeah, actually, yeah. They're gonna be high B. The only thing I could say with the Seraphim that they dropped that I didn't fuck with at all was the Smart album. Again, the Smart album was too calm for me. I wasn't really fuck with anything on there. I think the only song on the Smart album I actually did like, if anything, was Swan Song. Everything else was kind of a miss, honestly. But then when I started listening to everything, like the whole Unforgiven album, they had Fearless, Blue Flame, Anti-Fragile, Impurities, like that right there is like literally chef's kiss. Like there was no misses on the Unforgiven album at all for me. Now that I'm looking at it, there was no misses. There was no misses on that at all. I think for me, when it comes to them, if they keep going with the crazy album, that like the concept of like hard like punk rock type sound, I think they'll definitely wind up moving up to A pretty. Where are they? They'll probably wind up moving up to A or maybe S. But I don't think they'll be hitting S anytime soon. They'll have to be consistently doing that sound. But I don't know if even that's like the sound they're going for, honestly. Even the Perfect Night, I don't know, like some. Even the Perfect Night Overwatch collab that they did, I fucked with that. And that wasn't even on like no hard like punk rock like head banging music. It was legit just good sounding. It wasn't boring at all. Everything about that was good. So you can do the softer sound and have it sound good. It's just it has to be like something about it that's actually grabbing my attention, which that song did. I put Luna and Don't Know. I haven't listened to anything from Luna yet. I do plan on doing the solo project, or like not solo projects, the pre-debut singles from each member, the little solos that they each done. I already got the Google Drive and everything lined up, and I'm scheduled to do that. So I'm gonna put them in Don't Know towards the front though. I don't know what loose symbol is. Mimi Rose don't know. Nature don't know. NewJeans, they haven't dropped anything terrible. I don't know why they haven't had a comeback or anything as of late. Like it's been I don't know if it's like how long like comebacks usually happen in the industry, but Espa and NewJeans, I think NewJeans dropped, then Espa dropped last year. I think NewJeans did theirs with Bubblegum, like that whole like EP or whatever, and then Espa did theirs right after, a couple months or like right after them. And Espa's already back with Whiplash, but NewJeans hasn't done anything yet. So I don't know if, like, I know people was telling me, and I heard like little like whispers here and there from like comments and stuff about NewJeans having a contract dispute or something like that. I don't know much about. I didn't really dive too much into it to figure out if there was anything crazy happening. I haven't seen, at least I haven't seen anything about them disbanding or like anything crazy happening with the group. So I'm assuming they're still like together. No one has departed or left the group or anything yet. But at least from right now, I can say everything from NewJeans has been solid, except for, I want to say right now, I think right now is the only bad song from them right now for me. Honestly, let me actually look real quick. I don't think it really matters because they're still going to be. I probably want to put them in the middle, but I don't really care too much about the ranking from left to right. That's not really too. Oh yeah, I think Super Shy. That's what it was. Super Shy and Right Now was the only two songs from them that I didn't really care too much for. It didn't get played too much for me. But everything else that they've dropped so far, like Supernatural, Hype Boy, like just anything, like literally anything that they dropped, you can literally pull up and just put it on, and it's fucking cool for me. I have 27 songs from them. I even have the fucking 250 and the Frank remixes that they've done, bro. Even the little Coca-Cola Zero shit that they did, I think that was legit my first song from them. And I was cool with it. Like they legit cannot make a bad song to me. They might drop a mid song, but it won't be fucking terrible, I would say. NMIXX, S tier, bro. S tier, bro. Everything about NMIXX just works perfectly for me. Like they give the right amount of everything. Bro. The vocal is, everyone in there is vocally capable, bro. Lily is blowing shit out the water. Haewon right behind her. Sooyoon right there. Like literally everyone in fucking NMIXX can carry and do what they need to do. Dancing is solid from everyone. Kyujin, best dancer from what I've been seeing in the group. I would say the only song from them that I don't like or is just a little mid is like out of their entire discography might just be Sicka from the last album that they dropped. Honestly, NMIXX for me was like contender to be album of the year. That was the album. That was the album. The one that had Run for Roses and all that on it. Yeah, that was album of the fucking year for me, bro. Literally play that shit front to back to front, and there's no misses. Even I know people, now I'm getting deeper into the community, I see people didn't fuck with OO from Admire. I think that's how you say it. I know it's a French word. I fucked with OO off the rip. So I just knew if they, bro, I'm just keep it there because like I said, if I go on a tangent about each of these groups, I did want to go into more detail in most of these groups and like explain more thoroughly, but if I was to do that, I would legit be sitting here for like 3 hours, and that's already like 28 minutes, and I haven't even added the other groups, the third gen groups that's not here yet. So I'm gonna just try and keep things just like simple and to the point. And mix you can't go wrong with, I would say. Put it on shuffle, just let the whole discography roll out. You will not be disappointed. Pixie, I'm pretty sure I do want to get into Pixie actually. I'm pretty sure when I was trying to do like a dark or evil type concept, someone was telling me that Pixie would have been the pick I should go to. With that being said, I might just look more into them just because I do kind of fuck with the darker vibe concepts. I think that was the same thing with Purple Kiss, but I don't know them. Reseen, do I know anything from Reseen? I think I do actually. I think the only two songs I know, I only know and Yo-Yo from them. So I can put them in the not heard enough from area. But the thing is, if they keep producing music like Yo-Yo and like I see they got more songs. They don't just have those 2 songs. They have more like They have EPs and everything out. Glow Up. Okay, maybe I can do this actually. Okay, I might actually do like a re-scene, like a little deep dive, because they don't have that much music, but they have enough for me to get a grasp of what sound they doing. But if anything sounds like those 2 songs that they dropped, I fucked with, Yo Yo and I think they might be. They probably could be in the A to B, because I fuck with the sound from them. Like I said, I'm trying to keep it like straight to the point, but I haven't heard much from them. Rocket Punch, don't know. Secret Number, don't know. Spia, I don't know. Stacy will probably be probably like right here. With Stacy, I fucked with a lot of the songs that they dropped. I don't really mind too much about, like, I know I was saying a lot about the soft like concept, like the soft sound, but with Stacy, how they do it, it's a little different. I don't know how to explain it. I probably could, but it would take me rambling to finally get to the point what I'm trying to say with it. But I'm not trying to take too long on each group. Like I said, I'm trying to fly through it. The only reason why they're not like on A or B is because that Metamorphosis album that they dropped, I only like cheeky icy things on there. Everything else was kind of you could have missed me with it. Didn't really fuck with anything else on that besides that one song. I haven't heard the Chat GBT song that they dropped, or Meant to Be, I think. And I also know that they are coming out with the they're coming out with like a single EP or something like that pretty soon. But at least for right now, I would say that they're like in the B. Good title tracks. The B-sides, the forgettable B-sides with them would literally just be Metamorphosis, honestly. Tribe, I don't know. Triple S, I've only heard the 5 or 6 songs I heard from them. But from the 5 or 6 songs I've heard, if they continue to put out stuff like that, it'd probably be A. Triple S would probably be A. But I haven't dove more. I haven't like heard enough about them, or heard enough songs from them to really put them anywhere else. I know people were telling me that the production on their B-sides are just as good as they are on the A-side, so that's kind of getting me hype. If that's as true as they say it is, it might be in the A. I don't know about B. B is literally like a different tier for me. So they if anything, they'll probably be like mid to high A. Eunice, I'll be honest, bro. I'm gonna put Eunice in not enough music heard, just because they only have like 6 songs out. Like let me double check before I start talking about my ass. And I'm gonna try and make it quick, because I'm not trying to do too much. I'll be here too long. 3, 4, 5, 6. They only have 6 songs out. I'm not gonna count. Well, matter of fact, yeah, they have 8 songs out. 2 of which came from the Universe Ticket Show, which aren't like their songs technically. Well, I would say that they are that the Dopamine and Dreams of Girls are their songs, because I do fuck with their vocals over it, but it's not like a song that the company produced like themselves, I would say. If I were to put them anywhere, honestly, at least if I were to put them anywhere, based on potential, it would probably be C. But I gotta explain this. I gotta make sure I say this correctly, because I'm trying to speed through it, like the groups, and not take too long. But with Eunice, I gotta kind of break it down and explain. If FNF uses each member to its fullest extent, let Yoonha do what she needs to do. Ellie gonna get hers. Sowon gonna get hers. Give Jelly lines. If she's not confident enough to sing yet, give her rap lines. Give her something. Nana's good with what she got. I want to hear more Hyunju, if anything, but she's the leader. If she's fine with letting her members shine and get they push going, they can do that. Use Yuna more. Give Kotoko a little bit more. If they use each member to like their fullest extent and don't hold them back with like trying to play it safe with doing certain things, and not, because based on what I'm hearing from Universe Ticket and like the singing and everything they presented, if anything, if they put out more music to that level from Universe Ticket and showed their full talent, they will most likely be an A. But the fact that FNF hasn't done anything, and the song that they have dropped, to me, it felt like they weren't using the members to their fullest extent. I will put them in C. Like the only standout songs from them that I really fucked with heavy is Curious, What You Need, and Dopamine for sure. Though if they keep making music within that type of range, with that type of concept and that sound, easily be A. But the thing is, even if they do like the Superwoman, like softer side, I can still fuck with it as long as each member gets their shine and they use them to their fullest extent, like how we seen the Universe ticket. As of right now, like I don't see any plans. I haven't seen them do anything. Even the covers they did, if they add their covers up here, I would say that covers, they still don't have enough music though. So I would still keep them. I would still, if anything, keep them at C. The only thing that's holding them at C is literally just the company. The company isn't doing anything with them. Whether that be from not doing a comeback as of right now, or they're not using each member to its fullest capacity, they have the talent there to literally move them up and put them higher and give them exposure. It's just that, like it's like they're doing nothing with them. Like that is literally what's holding units back. They're not doing anything with them. And like we see what they can do, like I said, from Universe Ticket and the covers that they do. They're capable singers. They can do it. It's just F&F hasn't done anything. So like I can only do so much. I can't like glaze them all. We got to fucking S or A when they only had 6 songs out. So hopefully they do have a comeback pretty soon. Like it's been, I don't know. Like groups are coming with the industry. From what I'm seeing, you kind of had to always be in the public eye. I haven't seen, like, they've been winning awards left and right. Like, don't get me wrong, they've been getting their accolades, they've been getting their flowers with awards, but it's like the company themselves aren't like putting out content like push them out. Like they got like the Watch Units series, but that's about it. If you're not a Units fan, you're not really going to watch like behind the scenes, like seeing things from them. You need to like put them on variety shows. You need to like, I don't know. They need to do more. They need to push them out more. That's literally just what it boils down to. They have the skills and talent and all of that. It's just the company needs to do something. VViz, this is actual VViz, not G-Friend. I haven't heard anything from G-Friend except for Mago. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. But each VViz song I'm fucking with. The little jazz, like funky pop type sound that they're doing, I fuck with. I haven't heard the Voyage EP that they dropped. I would say the only thing from VViz that I didn't like was, what was the one album that they dropped? They did, it's the one that had Pull Up on it. Various, literally the only song I liked from Various, that whole EP, was Pull Up. When it came to like the little first mini album, Beam of Prism, they had Bop, Fiesta, Sweet Lemonade. Like they have the songs and the sound is just Various was the only one that did something I didn't really fuck with. And I don't think I really liked much from the Summer Vibe EP. It was like 2 or 3 songs I liked from that one. But I haven't heard Voyage yet. But everything else they dropped is pretty good. I'll put them in B for right now. Weekly, I don't know much about them. Wuha, I don't know much about them. XG, easily, bro. I don't think I had to say much. If anything, if you watch the videos on the channel from XG, you would know exactly why they're up there. Literally, and I don't want to say this is exactly like a plus or not a plus, like as a criteria or like a need, but the fact that they do everything in English, even like the little not saying that them doing English is automatically going to put them up to S, because even when I listen to like the Vox and like the rap tapes and all of that, even though like Coconut do hers and like the bro, I'm still not over the fact that Jared and Coco, they flipped the shit between Japanese, Korean, and English. They did that whole rhyme scheme over there. I didn't mind reading the lyrics to really get to it, but the fact that majority of their songs are in English, if not all of them, it's giving me points because I can actually listen to the song a lot more and sing it. And I know damn near most of the songs word for word, bro. I don't want to say that plays a factor in it. That plays a factor in it for sure. The fact that I'm listening to it more because I know the words, so it gets stuck on my head more. I'm not even finna get on the stage. Not gonna get on the dance. I'm not gonna get to any of that. If anything, you can literally just watch the videos. You can see why they would be S tier, bro. Young Posse, I'd put Young Posse in A, honestly. Young Posse in A, and the only reason why I would move them to A instead of B is it's kind of like a hand-to-hand thing. Because of their ages and they're young, they would get moved up to A. Not because of the age they're young, I moved them up to A. It's the fact that they write their own raps and that they're so young and it sounds so nice is what would move them up to A for me. Young Posse, I would say the only two songs I didn't really fuck with from them would be Bananas and I think Scars. I think those are the only two songs I don't really fuck with from them. Just because it's a little too out there. With Young Posse, it's literally just fun to mindless music, bro. Like Young Posse is literally the music you will put on when you don't want to take life too seriously, bro. You just want to sit back, relax, just enjoy life and like breathe in the fresh air while having like some fun shit playing and people just enjoying themselves on the track. And not to even mention, I haven't seen the music videos, but I've seen like clips of people like falling from airplanes and shit like that. And to me, the fact that they can make something that creative and make it look that fun and not have the song be like too wacky to like push me away from them is enough for me to move them up to A. I don't think I know the member's name for sure. I don't know if the member is the Doan. I don't know if it's Doan or Sunhae. I think it's Sunhae actually. Now I'm thinking about it. She did, bro. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to spend too long because it's already 40 minutes. So I don't want to spend too long talking about each thing. I plan on doing a deep dive into Young Posse, and I guess that's when I would start going more into why I fuck with them and everything like that. But at least for right now, Young Posse is definitely the fact that they write their own raps, they're this young, the rap sound good. It's not even like I don't know how to explain. And it's the fact that they rap, it's not like the regular rap structure. If anything, I could see Bad Villain possibly coming up here with them if they take the raps, if they do that route. Because the Bad Villain, if Bad Villain raps and does his stuff the same way that Young Posse do, like they can still have their little evil super villain or whatever type vibe and concept. But if they like rap like they have been doing consistently and make the songs more appealing and like not just dead sounding at times, because like what was the one song with the Bad Attitude? Yeah, that was more of an empty song. I feel like most of Bad Villain songs are more performance than actually like put on your headphones to listen to. But if they do make songs that are like actual songs you could listen to and not need to look at the performance video or like a dance practice or whatever to really get the emotion, I think they could possibly move up to A. Because the raps from Bad Villain are solid. It's just the actual song itself isn't anything too crazy. But like I said, they only have fucking 5 songs out, so it's not much I could talk about. I think right now I actually do need to add the other groups and boy groups that's not here. So give me a minute. All right, so everyone else added. Mamamoo. Oh, y'all can't even see this shit. I should have got a better picture, but this is Mamamoo. I don't know if y'all can't really tell, but this is Mamamoo right here. Only reason why Mamamoo want to be moved up to S is because some of the songs they do drop are just kind of, they're a little sleepy time for me. Majority of like the songs they have, like if I'm looking at this correctly, let me see. Well, Mamamoo, I literally have 58 songs from them. Like, well, 37 songs from them. Yeah, 30. Yeah, 37. I have 37. I have 37 songs from them liked, and I would say most of the songs that they drop are pretty good. There's nothing really bad about them, but they do have a couple of songs here and there that aren't too impactful. Doesn't leave too strong of an impression on me. It's kind of like, it felt like some of the songs do feel like filler at times. I don't know if it's because I listened to them, like when I say I was listening to like the songs, I legit went like listen to all this group stuff that I've heard, re-listened to it, then went to the next group because I literally was doing nothing but just sitting in the fucking hospital bed dying. So I literally had nothing else to do but do that and fucking sleep. So I was doing that. I don't know if it was Mamamoo, if I was, I don't know, under the meds or whatever, but a lot of the songs were kind of putting me to sleep. Like it was nothing too crazy about them. I think the ones that did have that affecting me were more so on the ballad side, and I'm usually not too big of a fan on ballads, but regardless of such, vocals of Mamamoo are damn near untouchable. Damn near untouchable to me as of right now. Out of all the groups that I've heard, it's damn near untouchable. So I'd put them up to A. Twice as of right now, I'll put them at C. The thing about Twice is that like I said, it could be just because I was listening to a lot of the songs kind of back to back when I was in the hospital. But at a certain point, once I was listening to Twice on the early when they first debut, a lot of their songs kind of feel like the same song just in a different font at times. Like when I listen to songs like, matter of fact, I can pull it up instead of me just thinking off top of my head. Now, granted, this is all before I actually step more into the more mature side. With the mature side, the little bit I got from the reaction video I did on Twice, I feel like they could be moved up to low A, maybe high B. But as of right now, I've only really got to have a good grasp on their, like, the more cute side. And honestly, a lot of the cute songs just feel like the same song, just in a different font. It's like if you listen to Likey, it kind of feels like you've already heard Look at Me. It already feels like you heard Sweet Talker. Already feels like you looked at TT, Pitter Pat. It, like, a lot of their songs feel like the exact same song to me at times. Which, like I said, that's not a bad thing. Well, it's a bad thing, but it's not like the songs themselves are bad. It's literally just, like, it's nothing special about it. Like, once you heard it once or twice, you kind of heard all of them. At least up until where I'm at. I know people was telling me, like, once I get to, like, the more mature side where I hear things like, even, I want to say was it Taste the Love? Yeah, so once I think from what I've heard, when they did the concept switch from the cutesy little whatever the fuck they was doing before, and they actually started being adults, and they put out stuff like I actually fuck with the Feels. Oh yeah, when they started doing stuff like the Feels, everything from like the Formula Love. I haven't done the Formula Love yet. I haven't listened to any of that yet. I know I've been saying I'm going to, but like I said, when I was in the bed and I was over there dying, I was getting a schedule and shit together. So I think I got a pretty good way of how to set things up and how to go about doing certain videos. So things are not just going to be all over the place anymore. I got like a solid schedule that I can follow now. So it's set in stone now that we're going to get more Twice stuff. But okay, I'm gonna go dive more into that later on towards the end of the video. Let me at least finish the tier list right now. But yeah, a lot of their younger songs, and when they first debut, kind of sound the same to me. It's nothing too special. I feel, but like I was saying before, I'm pretty sure when I step more into the mature side, because the mature shit I fucked with, like Cry For Me, Can't Stop Me, the solos that they've dropped, like everything, right? As long as they keep with that trajectory, or when I dive more to them and it has that same kind of feel and sound, I feel like it could easily be moved up to. I don't think it can get to A just because of the older songs that's kind of holding them back. I think that's probably the bad thing about having so many songs compared to other groups, is because if you do terrible at the beginning, not terrible, but like if you do a certain sound at the beginning and you only get better with time, those older songs, you can't just forget about those older songs where you were technically shitty or not as good compared to the new ones. So it's like, I would want to put them in A. I'm doing from the potential, from what I can see with the mature sound. From the mature sound, if I'm going with the potential, I want to put them up to A, but it's just the kind of repetitive, like cutesy sound that they had before is the only thing that's kind of holding them back. I just can't forget those. Act like all of a sudden those are good songs, but it's not even like they're bad songs. I just can't. They have too much, like, it's like too much fluff. It's like for me to justify moving them up here, but who knows? But as of right now, they're C, from everything I'm hearing. Enhypen, I haven't heard too much of Enhypen. The thing is, I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about Enhypen, actually. Like, the 3 solid songs I fuck with from them so far is Brought the Heat Back, I want to say Drunk Days, Sweet Venom. Other than that, there's no other songs from them that really leave like too strong of an impression. And the thing is, like I said before, out of all these groups I'm doing, it has nothing to do with like the vocals or like the actual group's talent. It's literally just the songs themselves or production themselves is putting them where they are. Now, when it makes like XG and everyone up here, their vocals do play a part. But with groups like Espa, we know that they can fucking sing. It's just that the song's production and like the actual songs themselves are just kind of fucking boring. I don't know. IVE's singing is a little iffy at times. I haven't ever really been too big of a fan with IVE singing besides Liz. Liz is like the only one here I can confidently say I fuck with singing. Eugen at times I fuck with her singing, but Liz is the only one here I can confidently say I fuck with her singing through and through. But like regardless of that, the songs from Ive are just, I don't know, they just aren't hitting as much as they should be. But when they start doing like the rapping ones, like I said, the whole Ascendio album that they did, Baddie and all of that, like those type of songs was like more hip hop oriented or like censor, I fuck with. But it's like when they step out of that and they start doing like the, I don't know what their concept really is. So it's whatever the concept they supposed to be giving off, like Star Girl, like Star Power or whatever, it's just not really canon for me. But that's not on the girls' vocals or like their skills. It literally is just the sound itself I'm just not fucking with. But when Enhypen, I trust me, I hear the vocals, I see the vision and everything. But as of right now, other than those 3 songs, nothing has really stuck with me and kept me like too intrigued into them. They all have that kind of like laid back kind of, it's kind of like minimalistic but like strong feel. Like with No Doubt, that's kind of a simple song, simple beat. But I think with No Doubt, it's really supposed to be the vocals that carry the song, which is cool. But it's like at a certain point, the song does feel kind of boring to me. Like it's nothing too compelling, nothing to really hold me. Maybe it's my ADHD that's kind of fucking with me right now, but like who knows? But with Enhypen, I do know that like where they really shine from people has been telling me is like the B-sides. And I don't know if I've heard any B-sides from them yet. Even Future Past the Mic. I don't know if it's Future Perfect or I don't know if that's what it's called or not. But even Future Perfect, like when they do like the hard hitting, like rapping, like energizing type music, if they do more of that, it's easily A, low, high B. But from what I've heard so far, is a little bit on the like more tone backside, like more jazzy feel, which isn't bad, but it's just, I don't know how often I would want to turn on that type of music. It would have to literally be like a certain move for me to do that. I can't just put on the thing on shuffle and go from XG fucking dancing my ass off and NMIXX singing my ass off to like chill and just sitting back. Like it just doesn't flow like that. But like I said, from what people been telling me, the B-sides is where they really hit. And like the songs that people been recommending me that are saying, the people that are saying that the B-sides are it are the same people that's been recommending the songs I've been fucking with the most. So I'm going to lean on them and say that they have to be onto something with that. Red Velvet, no questions. Like nothing needs to be said. Nothing needs to be said with Red Velvet, honestly. Nothing needs to be said with Red Velvet. Dreamcatcher, I say Dreamcatcher be more of an A. None of the songs feel boring to me. All the songs feel different enough. Vocals with all the members are pretty good. I would say there might be like a song or two there here and there that I don't fuck with. Not even I don't fuck with like in the vocal sense, but it's just like the song just isn't nothing too crazy. It's kind of forgettable. But overall, Dreamcatcher would be an A. Blackpink is honestly a C to me. And the thing is with Blackpink, that was literally the first group I got into early on, and is what made me get more into K-pop. But the more I started listening to like new groups, like it might have legit been the way I got into K-pop that kind of ruined Blackpink for me. But in my head, I do a lot of comparisons. That's not really a good thing to do, but like it's something I do. But when it came to Blackpink, every song they dropped, I fucked with. I'm like, no, this shit is hit. Like every song I've listened to has been it, bro. It's not been a bad song. But then as I started diving into more groups, I went from Blackpink like straight to Red Velvet, and that's when it was like, wait a minute, what is happening right now? Like, is K-pop like really like this? And I went from, I gotta pull it up right now. I went from Blackpink to Red Velvet to Dreamcatcher to Twice to G-Idol, and it was like a whole thing of how I went through everything. But as time went on, I started realizing like Blackpink isn't all that crazy, honestly. I think from me, like first hearing the genre of K-pop in general and hearing like that type of sound, that's what kind of gravitated me towards the songs, the genre itself, and started listening to it. But once I started hearing different groups and started hearing like the more vocal ranges, the crazy raps, the music production, all of that, Blackpink just kind of like faded from me. It's like Blackpink, I say, would be a good song, like be a good group for people to get into that's never heard before. It's a good, safe group for you to like be introduced to. But like once you actually hear more groups that have, in my opinion, better vocals, like the music and like the actual production of their songs are better. Like the songs sound more full and it doesn't feel like it's repetitive, like Blackpink songs are. You would see that Blackpink isn't really all that crazy to me. I know I might get hate for that, but honestly, like it can legit just be the YG effect. It's the same thing with BabyMonster. Blackpink, from what I can tell, from everyone's doing their own solo things now, and I haven't heard anyone say anything bad about the solos. Like I've legit listened to Rose's whole little Perfect, a Lucky Girl. I can't remember what it's called, a Number One Girl. I can't remember what the album is called. And I heard it and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a big difference from the Blackpink song because none of her songs that Rose drops sounds like repetitive. It doesn't feel empty. But Blackpink, it legit just feels like a generic thing to me. I don't know why. Now it does. But back then, that was like the hottest thing out since Link Card to me. But once I like once I started like looking back and like doing my whole little re-dive of everything a couple days ago, Blackpink just doesn't stand out. Like they don't do anything better than anyone else. I would say the only thing that Blackpink might have on other groups that I have ranked up here is literally just that they're, from what I've seen, because I was looking at YouTube shorts as I was like in there too, and I seen that Blackpink was one of the first groups that do like girl crush concept. So it was like the new fresh thing on the block, and everyone's kind of flocking to it. But I think once you get past the initial thing, for me at least, their songs aren't like too crazy. And I think the only song I could listen to for Blackpink that still is all right, that isn't like kind of boring and bland, generic sounding after like the first two listens, is Shut Down. Shut Down, I could Girls, from the video game that they dropped to an extent, but Shut Down is literally the only song I can like hear back and still like get excited from it, like after the second or third listen. Everything else is kind of like, okay, like it's cool, like it's not terrible songs, but at a certain point it gets kind of like repetitive. And there's other groups that do the girl crush concept better, in my opinion. And I'm not, like I said, I do the comparison thing in my head. When I was sitting in the bed, it was like, so what exactly makes Blackpink like popular like that? It's like, okay, let's think about it. Vocals. I would say NewJeans vocals are smoother than Blackpink's. I would say Espa's vocals are better than Blackpink's. I would say NMIXX, Red Velvet, their vocals are better than Blackpink's, but they don't have the same Blackpink like effect. Like they aren't as big as them. I was like, okay, maybe it could be the dances. I looked at the dance like practice, like little videos, whatever the fuck they be doing, and the dances with Blackpink are solid. But it's like I don't know if it's right. I don't know if like comparing boy and girl groups are like a good or bad thing, but Ateez, well, okay, well, no, let me not do that, because boy groups are, from what I've seen and heard, boy groups are known to have the more intense and better looking choreo than the girl groups, just because I don't know if it's like a biological thing, but boys are just more, of course, I don't know. It could legit just be that, but the thing is, Blackpink doesn't really make music that really requires you to be moving crazy, doing all that crazy stuff. Like they don't require you to be doing fucking BTS or Ateez level choreo. Like their songs aren't that intense to be doing that. But then when I kind of compare it to other groups that do make similar songs, like ITZY, I would say ITZY right now would be probably the closest thing I could compare Blackpink to out of everyone right here. At least for me. Like if you feel differently, let me know. But ITZY's choreo is better than Blackpink's. Like if you ask me, they are. So it's like, I don't really know what Blackpink really has. It has to be, well, Blackpink and BTS are kind of in the same boat on the last point. So I'll just hold off until I rank them. BTS would be low A. And the only reason why they would be low A is just because of the more, how would I say it? Like a lot of the BTS songs kind of feel dated, is what I would say. The same thing with Blackpink too. That's also a point I will make with those two. Like I know these are like the only third gen groups up here. But when I go back to listen to some of the Red Velvet songs, it doesn't feel dated as the Blackpink and BTS songs are. But with BTS, I can kind of cut them some slack because they did do all this shit in a garage, and they really didn't have much to really work with. But it's like I said, at the end of the day, it is still kind of dated to me. But what I was going to say is with these two groups, because I honestly feel like there are groups that can't compete on like their level in terms of music and like vocals and all of that. But I think with these two groups, it's legit just it was the time. I think it legit had to do something with the time period. Because if I understand correctly, like Blackpink and BTS were like the first groups to really break out and be big in the West. So of course everyone's gonna flock to them because it's like they're the only thing that's really known and big at the time. And then if it's your first, yeah, I don't know how I'm really trying to say this. It's like they broke out and they kind of set the tone. So it's like they would be like the two groups that people will flock to when they want to get into the genre because they're the most safest ones, I guess you could say. And that's not to take away from their talent or anything. Like with Blackpink, what I was saying before isn't to take away from their talent and their vocals and all of that, or like anything like that. It was legit just their songs themselves just kind of sound generic after the first couple listens. But what I was going to say was, besides the music, I think it's literally just the cultural impact. That's what I was thinking about. It's a cultural impact and just the mark that they put in the world in general, not even just the music industry, in the world themselves, because they're breaking off into acting and doing other things. So it's literally just the impact that these groups have that are setting them leagues apart from everyone else. Because what I was going to say was with BTS, the only reason why they aren't S and they're low A for me is because it's not only because some of the songs kind of sound dated. It's because some of the songs, the meaning just doesn't, like the songs don't hit for me as hard as it would for someone that's been with them from the beginning. Because from a comment I read a while ago, I think they were explaining to me that in like the 2-3 song, the 2 exclamation point 3 exclamation point, that song was legit about, that was for the army, because I think he was saying like back in 2017 or something like that, if you were a BTS fan, you were getting jumped, like you were getting crucified type shit. And I think a lot of the songs from BTS, it's more than music, like at a certain point. Like the music, it's its own thing, but it's a message and everything behind it that I'm not getting because obviously I'm not going through anything that serious, and it's not the time period for you to really from whenever you start a BTS music video, it usually says like making music that that heals or some shit like that. I'm not in like a broken state, and this isn't back in 2017, 2018 where it was like being a K-pop fan or being a BTS fan, a Blackpink fan or whatever was kind of like shamed upon and you was getting laughed at. So like their message and everything they were doing in like the prior and older songs, it just doesn't hit for me as much because I'm not really dealing with like certain things they were talking about. So the songs that I can see that people was really fucking with, they said that this means a lot. Like I think there was a song called, actually I can pull it up. I'm not gonna pull up none of the comments. And the thing is with BTS, I was always like wondering like why can there never be like another BTS or Blackpink? It's legit. To me, I'm still thinking it's because of the time period. It's like at this point, K-pop is kind of accepted like worldwide at a point. I mean, right now. But back then, it wasn't being accepted. So it's like you kind of they had to literally break the wall, crawl, walk, and run so everyone else could run. So there will never be anyone that's coming out that will have the same cultural effect as those two groups. Is why I'm thinking why they're so big. But the thing, music-wise, that separates Blackpink from BTS to me is that BTS, their songs are different enough, and I fuck with them. I fuck with their songs way more just because they feel like more full, complete songs compared to, like, I hate to keep saying it, but like Blackpink songs legit just sound generic to me. But BTS, at least, even their solos, like, now granted, I haven't heard any of the Blackpink solos besides Rosé's. If everyone else that's doing their own like music careers are putting out the same quality music that Rosé is doing with hers, they'll move up to high A, low B. But I haven't listened to any of those. I'm just going strictly off what I've heard so far. And even Rosé is low key pushing them up a little bit towards the beginning of C. but I still had to listen to everyone else's solo to really determine where else they would move. I'm going off on a tangent again. I can already feel it, but I'm gonna just cut it short with the BTS one. The whole thing with BTS is the music isn't hitting as hard for me, or I'm not really getting the feeling or emotions that everyone else is, because like I'm just not in that kind of state, or I don't need that type of healing. Like with BTS, I feel like it's legit just like a child that you kind of raised in a way, and like you were their sword and shield. Like they were protecting you, and you were protecting them. Like y'all were there for them. Y'all was riding the dime. And I think to that extent, the music adds a different layer to like in a type of feel when you actually listen to it, if you actually been there and experienced everything with them. And I think it might low-key be a similar way with Blackpink, but I haven't, at least this is all from what I've been hearing. I can only go off the things that I know. I haven't heard people like going crazy or like fighting people that are Blackpink fans. I've only heard like bad things happen to BTS fans. Not saying that nothing bad happened to Blackpink fans, or it hasn't, but it's legit just I've got people DMing me and telling me their stories and like how they connect with BTS. Like they found BTS when they were at like their lowest point. They found BTS when they was on the verge of doing this. They needed friends. They like it was legit just a bad like time they were going through. That was a rough era for them, and they had BTS to look towards for support and like to really talk to them and like make them feel like someone cares. And I'm not going through anything like that to really feel that. But even besides like the messages and like the actual emotion that BTS is giving to people, the songs and everything are cool. It's just that the more vocal side of them, like more sentimental songs just don't hit for me. So those would be kind of like the mid to miss songs. If anything, at least as of right now, with BTS, it will be the more like hyper upbeat type songs. Like the like Dope. That's, oh my god, the fucking solos. But like Dope, World, I've heard the World Hormones. No, I think World Hormones is in the school. I've heard the school stuff. Yeah, I've just seen clips of World Hormones. But what is that fucking song that they fucking did when they was riding the fucking bike? Not riding the bike. When they were like fighting for that fucking girl. And like Jen, I think someone got picked up on their shoulders. It was in the Dark and Wild album. Danger. Oh, I did have World Hormones. Yeah, it was Danger. Hip Hop File, Let Me Know, Rain. Like those songs, even yeah. Like I said, I'm going on a tangent again. Finna start going off. But more so on the rap side of BTS is what I'm fucking with. Solos, honestly, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I think the Jimin solo from the Wings thing is literally like the best thing I've heard. Is literally the best BTS thing I've heard so far. Lie by Jimin and the Wings solo, chef's kiss. Right after that, I would say it goes Jins. Then after Jins, it'll probably go Sugars. I'll probably have to reevaluate again to make sure, but I'm pretty confident those three on the Wings are like the top solos for me. Not to mention they got shit from the Most Beautiful Moments in Life. Oh my god, nah, bro. Oh my god. My City, Silver Spoon, Dope. I'm blanking on names, so that's why I got to pull up to like look at the ones I got liked and favorited. Converse, High, Walian, Move. Like nah, bro. Like their songs are more diverse and like more. I don't know. I just feel like it just hits harder than what Blackpink does for me, I would say. Ateez, literally S. They have no bad things as of right now. I'm still going through their first albums and all of that. This video is already fucking an hour. Okay, let me try to speed around. I spent too much time on BTS and Blackpink. Ateez, literally nothing has come out wrong. I feel like Ateez has a solid balance on everything. They have Jungho, Sunghwa on the vocal side. They have the performers on like the craziest performers that do more than dance, bro. Like there's a difference between when I say stage presence and like doing a choreo and performing on stage. To me, those are two different things. With Ateez, it feels like they're legit putting on a show when they're on stage. Like they're doing more than just doing like the regular choreo. When they perform on stage, they feel like I'm watching like a drama or something with how expressive they are and how they move their bodies and just how much emotion you can feel through their movements. Like I would say Ateez low key. Like I don't think I can rank this shit left from right, honestly. Cause everyone does does things in a great way, like their own different way. Cause it's like XG, their stage presence is crazy too. But with XG, I think I focus them more on stage presence with more so like their choreo is clean. Their dance and everything is smooth and clean. With Ateez, they're legit like telling a story through everything they're doing. Yes, they're doing the choreo and moves that they're supposed to be doing. Like if you watch the performance videos and the dance practices, they're doing the choreo. But for some reason, when I'm watching them on stage do it, it feel like it's like a whole different book, bro. It's like a whole different story being told with them. So that like these two, I wouldn't even want to compare. But when it comes to like on stage dancing, doing the performance and like the choreo to the song and having fun, I would go with XG for, hands down. But if I want to sit there with popcorn and look at every little motion that they doing to get something, I'm going to Ateez. Everyone is great in their own way, but those two right there, when it comes to performances on stage, are untouched for me. I don't know about any other group for sure, just because I haven't watched that many live stages from other groups. But those two are literally like, and it's crazy to think that these are the two these are the two that have done Coachella or that's about to do Coachella. So XG, I have a feeling they're gonna flip the script on me. They might wind up going onto the AT side. Cause at least from right now with XG, the only thing I can really say where it felt like I get a different emotion from them other than just enjoying life and having fun and just enjoying the moment was the Hunso when they had the fucking bandana hat on their face and they did the whole little, it's a whole thing that they were doing. And then when they do their little dance breaks, that's different. That's different. That's when they start evoking emotions in they shit. And they start doing their solo performances, that's when they do emotions. But like the regular songs that you would normally hear on the playlist, I would say that those are just what it is, bro. Like actually doing a choreo like I was saying earlier. P1 Harmony, I'll probably wind up putting them in C, right? Not enough heard. But like I said, I'm doing a deep dive on them too as well when it comes to the albums. Pretty sure when I get deeper into the AT, that's why I'm gonna try and start doing them as well. But like I said, I got a whole schedule set up, so everything should flow perfectly as long as my condition doesn't get worse. I'm saying condition like I got cancer or something, but I got something going on, bro. Coughing up blood like I'm fucking Itachi in this bitch. Finna be like Kimi Maru pretty soon. But with P1 Harmony as of right now, I haven't heard enough. But if everything they put out sounds similar to what I've heard so far, most likely be probably mid A, honestly. Jungsob, bro. I can't. As much I would love to, because there's so many other things on these groups I want to speak more about, but I legit just don't want to make a 3-hour long video, so I'm gonna cut it short. But in P1 Harmony, probably mid A. Jungsob rapping alone is enough to carry them up there. But then when you got Jiyeon, I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Jiyeon, Kiho vocals, where everyone else compliments and doing everything else that they doing, bro. You can't miss. Not to mention the choreo with them. But I'm like I said, I don't want to go too much on a ramble. Stray Kids probably be mid beat to me. Their title tracks, that everything that they drop when it comes to the title tracks have all been out of the park, 10 out of 10s. But on some of the albums, when it comes to their B-sides, it's kind of like a miss to me. Like some of their, like they have solid B-sides. They B-sides usually aren't anything too crazy. They like a couple of B-sides they have that are crazy, are like Venom. I would want to say a couple of songs from the No Easy. I think that's what it's called. I think No Easy is the album I'm thinking about. Yeah, like what? Okay, no, Thunderous. I think Thunderous was the title track, but then Domino was was a B-side. But then you got other B-sides like Surfing. You have Red Light, Gone Again. Even songs like Wolfgang, which was, I don't know, it's kind of a meme song to me while they barking and shit right there. I still fuck with it. But it's a couple of songs from different albums that on the older albums, I should say. On the older albums, they B-sides just kind of fell flat. Overall, I would say that B-sides usually range anywhere from like 7. But probably like 6.5, 7. But the title tracks for me is where they really hit hard and where I really fuck with them. Most of the time when they're really doing like rap heavy, hip hop heavy songs is where I'm leaning towards. But they can easily pull off some stuff like they were doing with 5 Star, bro. Not 5 Star. What was the shit they just did with Rockstar? That the La La like Complex, Cover Me, Blindside. Even though the rock version of La La was good, the mega verse, like those, they could do that type of sound where it doesn't have to be in your face rapping. Even the Sociopath with Lisa, I fucked with. But I just think when it comes to like songs where they're mostly like singing and kind of like not doing too much, it don't have like, I'm trying to make sure I say this correctly. Like it doesn't have to be crazy rap focused like a 3 Rocha song for me to fuck with, is what I'm basically saying. They could do something like a Case 143 or like a Taste with Lino, Hyunjoo, and Felix in them, and I can fuck with it. They could do something with like a Maniac, Venom, Charmer, Muddy Water. Like I fuck with Freeze. Like I fuck with those. I think the only album I fucked with every song like thoroughly is 5 Star, bro. 5 Star literally has no skips. No skips. I think the only one I might be kind of on the fence with if it plays is probably DLC, I think. But everything else from 5 Star, Item, Top Line, Super Bowl, Get Lit, you like they shit is nice, but it's just the B-sides is really holding them back for me. If some of those B-sides weren't there or like they just didn't feel, I don't know, they B-sides just feel like filler, bro. I would say a lot of group B-sides do feel like filler, and it's like nothing too crazy. But I guess that's what a B-side is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be as high production as crazy as an A-side. But I can't say that because XG's B-sides, Ateez, Red Velvet's, NMIXX, Idols, Kiss of Lives, NewJeans, and like groups that's in A and a couple that's in B, their B-sides are crazy. But I guess it all depends on what it is. So yeah, this is the list. Feel free, like, I know, like, this list is probably gonna be like, how can you do that? How the fuck you put this group on the same level as this group or whatever? That's perfectly fine. You can do that. You can say that and do that, but at least like explain to me why you feel a certain way about the group, or like why you think this group should be moved up, or where you put certain things. Don't just be like a dumbass and just be like wrong list, terrible, and not explain why. Like if you're gonna say it, at least explain to me why, so I can at least understand where you're coming from. If not, I would just think you're a fucking child that's just saying something and just, I don't know, being an idiot, I guess. But I would say, like, explain to me like where you will put certain groups that if you had the chance to like switch anything around. And the whole thing with me doing this at the beginning of the year is because at the end of the year, I want to do the same thing and see how much things have changed. So it's like, as of right now, iLit can flip the fucking script and they could do something I can fuck with, a concept I can fuck with, and they could easily be moved up to something like A or B. Or groups that like Kiss Life can, the next come back and they can put out could be a fucking flop and they can drop down to fucking B. Or Young Posse, I'm pretty sure they got something with Cole coming out. That can be totally different from the hip hop, like kind of fun sound they doing, and that can drop them down to B. But honestly, I don't know. I think Young Posse, I think it's gonna be kind of hard for me to drop them down from A, bro. Just off the fact of like all the little things I know about them, like all the hate and shit they was getting for whatever. I'm going on a tangent again. But like I was saying, unless NMIXX is the next album they drop in I think in like 2 or 3 weeks, if that bitch is ass, it could drop down to A. This whole thing right here is just to see how I'm feeling right now versus at the end of the year when I do it again. So if there are groups in certain places that you don't think that they really deserve, if you feel like I'm missing out on something, or I'm not fully understanding something, feel free to explain it in the comments. Feel free to even I recommend songs to get them like out of these certain spots. Like of course you don't have to. It's literally just my opinion. It's not like if you change my mind, like I move this piece up here from where they are. It's not like it's gonna solve world hunger or something. It's literally just music, bro. It's nothing too deep. But if you do feel like I'm not understanding something, or I'm not fully grasping some things with these groups, or even if you have songs you think I should listen to that could change my mind, you can let me know. Then we can see at the end of the year if like some of these things move around. I actually do want a couple of these groups to move around though. I do want to see Sserafim move up. I want to see Stacy move up, ITZY move up. I want to see like groups, different groups move up and move around. I want to see People in Harmony come up some. I want to see groups move. I want to see like some of the groups I've never heard of like Luna pretty soon. I'm pretty sure they're gonna. I'm probably not gonna move them up until at the end of the year when I redo the list and everything. But Luna's gonna be up here somewhere. Cat's Eye, Classy, Artemis, Pixie, Purple. Like groups that's in the don't know, I want to move them up as well. But only like you can be a big fan of these smaller groups and be like they're unappreciated, but just take a step back before you start recommending groups and think, do you genuinely like it? Because there's been a couple of groups, I don't remember, I don't think it was any of these, but it's been like smaller company groups that release music that I've heard like snippets of, and they legit just sound kind of generic. It doesn't sound like it's anything special or crazy. So if genuinely do you think that these groups are doing anything like crazy? Like, are they doing anything that's kind of like breaking the mold, or like I had to look at them? You feel me? Like with Cat's Eye, from the little bit I heard, I can see like there's inklings of something there that not other groups up here are doing as much, or they aren't doing to the same extent that they are, and I can find it interesting. Don't recommend someone like, I don't know, Everglow or Rocket Punch or Limelight or whatever if they're doing kind of like the same generic sound from like, if it's like I said, if it's nothing too special. You feel me? But yeah, just let me know how your list will be ranked. I might drop this. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna drop this on the Patreon. I'm gonna drop a screenshot on the Patreon just in case people also want to drop their tier list and how they redid it, and instead of just typing out, they could just show me what theirs look like. That's I'm trying to get more shit. I'm trying to get more like interactive and like get back on my shit when it comes to building a community and interacting with the community rather than just recording the video and dropping it and just going about my way. So if y'all do decide to remake a list, or if y'all do go in the comments and talk about my list, whether it be in a negative or positive way, bro, it's a comment section, not a compliment section. So if you're talking shit, like, you could do that. I don't have a problem. Like, every comment has to be fucking overly gracious or like the praise type shit. Like, it's literally what the whole thing of this channel is, legit just to be yourself, come here and talk, and just like literally just talk how you would talk to your homie, bro. I'm pretty sure if you have a friend and like they say something you don't like, or they have an opinion on something, you can, if you call them a fucking dumbass, like, no, dumbass, look at this, you can do that here. I'm not like, you don't have to walk on eggshells and make it seem like I don't know. I get that it might be kind of hard for me, and I'm still kind of new, so I might not be able to convey that message or get that off the rip right now. But I do want y'all to treat this like treat it like how y'all will treat a friend that wants to get into K-pop industry. I would say, like, you don't have to like try and be like, excuse me, sir, would you please, like, you don't have to do none of that. Be like, bro, check this out, drop the link, and like, I'm gonna look at it. We gonna watch it together on screen. I'm legit trying to make this feel like you go to your homie's house, or you go to someone's house and you're trying to show them, introduce them to a group or the industry or whatever. And it's like, you put on the best songs, you watching their reaction. You be like, oh, you heard that part, bro? Like, I'm trying to have this be like a fun, like friendly environment. Not friendly, like no friendly fire. Like, everyone is like nice and hugging, holding hands. But like, you would be talking to a friend, bro. Like, so like, like, friends fight, they argue, they have disputes, they say crazy shit to each other all the time. So it's like, you don't have to like just default like everything I do or anything like that. Which if I read some, if y'all see some of these little crazy messages people be sending me that YouTube be holding that I can read, y'all be saying some crazy shit. But I would allow it, but I don't know if YouTube would allow me to allow the message to get sent through, just because it might go against a TOS. And as of right now, I'm on thin ice with YouTube. So whichever message y'all be sending that's on hold, it might be on hold for a minute, just because I'm not going to risk accepting it. And then it's like someone report the message, and it could be a whole thing with what I be reading, what I be seeing. But yeah, that's the whole point of this right here. So if there's any group, like I said, that you want to see moved up, just like I said, treat it like, if I heard a song and I said this shit was ass, be like, well, try this song out. You feel me? Like, try this out. Look at this. Look at that. Like, treat it like that. You don't have to just, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of rambling in a circle again. And I don't have anyone here to be like, shut the fuck up and get back on point. So I kind of got to snap myself out of it. I'm losing the plot type shit. But yeah, at the end of the year, I do want to see how much this thing moves around. What I'm probably going to do after I make this list is try to find things on these groups that kind of help move it up. Like, I already know with the Twice, I already got the formula of love and strategy kind of lined up for me in the future. When the Enhypen already got Island playing, BabyMonster, they don't have anything for me to really look at. Like that's like it's the same thing with fucking Baby Monster and Eunice. Like they don't like the company isn't doing anything. Like they're not on any talk shows. They're not on any variety shows. Like I don't know. Like they had like one or two things, and that's really been it. Now when I was scrolling around on their channel a while ago, I think the only thing they had was the Halloween shit, and after that, I haven't seen anything else. So it's like I don't know. I don't know if the company is like not treating them right, not treating them right, like mistreating them. I don't know if they're not like pushing them correctly, because at least for me, the music damn sure isn't like being mixed. I don't know. I'm not finna go on the whole rant again about that, but like I was saying before, that's the plan going forward with the tier list. I do have a couple of things planned that I do want to watch and do on the channel eventually, but it all depends on how if y'all want to see it in the reception I get from the videos. Because there are a couple of groups and videos I do want to do, but it's just like I don't know if y'all really care to see it. And it's like if I only got a certain amount of time to like record in the day before I had to go to work or whatever, I want to spend that time watching something that people for sure want to watch, if that makes sense. So it's like as much as I would love to probably go back and watch Bad Villain and do a recording on it, it don't seem like that many people really care to look at Bad Villain. So it's like I can watch it on my own time. I don't know if it'll be a smart idea for me to waste the little bit of time I have to record and do whatever on and watch something that only probably like 500 or 600 people is going to watch. You feel me? If that makes sense. Like the views don't really matter to me that much, but it matters to me in the sense of I just want to make sure I'm not wasting my time. Like why would I sit here and watch something only like 500 people are going to see when I can do something like XG or BTS or Eunice, Espa, like when I could do those groups where for sure more people are going to get their eyes on it, and it doesn't feel like I just wasted my time for no reason. It's more in the sense, like it's not in the sense of me making coin or whatever, because I don't make money from any of these videos. It's more so in the sense of, does it make sense for me to sit right here for 4 to 5 hours out of the day and watch reactive videos that only like I said, like 50, like only like 500 to 600 people are going to watch, or to make sense for me to sit here and watch a video or whatever that like 3,000 to 5,000 plus people want to watch. Like that. I'm trying to make sure I'm using my time more efficiently. I'm kind of all over the place. The meds are starting to kick in. not the perks. I mean, like the little medicine the hospital gave me. It's a basket case. Trust me, it's a lot. But that was my whole thing. So that's why whenever I asked or do like the little polls was be like recommend groups and whoever get like the top likes I'll do, is because I just want to make sure I'm not sitting here wasting my time when it could be better used to watch other things, to bring more eyes to the channel and grow the community more. You feel me? Like, I would rather gain 7 people or like 10 people a day versus like only probably gaining 1 or 2, if that makes sense. So I just want to make sure I'm using the time more efficiently. So if there are any other groups down here that I should be, like I said, be more privy to or like get to know, let me know. I already know about Luna, Cat's Eye, Classy, Artemis, Pixie, Purple Kiss. I already got those lined up. But if anyone after that, that's these smaller groups I'm pretty sure that I don't know much about. If they do deserve to be looked at and enough people want to see it, even with like groups up here, like I get people saying they want to see Espa or they want to see ITZY or they want to see From It's Not. They want to see some of these groups, but it's like the numbers, like I said, the numbers aren't that big of a deal to me. But would it make more sense for me to sit here and do recordings for, like I said, only 400 people versus 3,000 people? Because I'm gonna enjoy all the content regardless. Like it's not like I'm sitting here and forcing myself to sit and watch it. I'm gonna enjoy it regardless. It's just I just want to make sure I'm using my time, the little bit of time I have, the free time I have, more efficiently. So like I said, I said I didn't want to ramble a lot, but I feel like I did that a lot. I was kind of repeating points here and there, but it is what it is. I'm not perfect. I don't know how to end the video. So yeah, I already kind of said, like, if you like feel a certain way about the list, explain why down below. And if you want to make your own list and I can see it, drop a link, or on the Patreon. Like I said, I'm trying to get more interactive with like replying to comments and talking back with people, so I can eventually open up the Discord that people have been working on that someone has been working on for a little minute now. I lost the plot again in my head. I forgot what I was even saying. But yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next one.